Hi folks, Baz at Garage Strong here. Just going to give you a little review of day one of the Arnold Classic Strongman that was last night in Ohio. You can stream this event on Rogue Fitness website. I'll put a link below. I tuned in about 7 o'clock last night and things have just got underway with the first event. We're 5 hours behind. They started at 1:40 in Ohio, which is 6:40 British time. The first event was Trial by Stone, an amalgam of other stone events which you've probably seen before, but they put them together. So it started off with 2 stones from floor to overhead, rise in weight. Then it was 2 stones loaded onto beer barrel height, and then it was Husafel carry. And it was interesting. It was a different format. A bit of strategy involved. You had points for each stone you successfully completed. So if you didn't fancy doing, or if you couldn't lock out a press to overhead, you could move on, still gather points. If you completed it all, it came down to your time. It was a bit slow paced and a bit strange to watch because there wasn't any sort of impetus until the end. You didn't really know who was winning and anything like that. But when the big boys came, they were competing the event and you had times so you knew who was beating who, basically. So, as I say, quite exciting towards the end. You had Thor set the early pace, completing all the events in about a minute. Then Matthias Kilikowski beat that time in about 53 seconds. Rob Carney put in a good showing to come third, actually dived for the line. It was quite impressive. Things went a little bit wrong for Martins Lissis. He came up short of the line as he was trying to get it on, trying to rush, dropped it short, so he didn't get the event completed. So he ended up coming down in 7th. Jean-Francois Caron put in a good showing to come in 4th. And I'll put the list from that first event up following this video. The second event was bag over bar event, throwing event, which, as we know, Thor is traditionally the best at any kind of throwing implements over high bars. Without Brian Shaw there as well, I didn't expect him to have much competition. However, the main competition came from Mikhail Shivlyakov. And this was interesting because he's damaged his ankle. And just prior to the event, he struggled on the first event because of that. But to see him throw these weights over the bar, he was actually taking off and leaving his one leg up in the air on exploding upwards, which was something to behold. And he pushed Thor, well, further than anybody else. I think he eventually bowed out on 85 pounds, and Thor went on to throw 90 and probably could have thrown more, for the win. So I'll post that result next. And the third event last night was the Wheel of Pain. I believe they had this construction last year, but I hadn't seen it before. Interesting event, and this involved pushing this big wheel round with your arms out. You had to push with your arms like that. So it was something I haven't seen before in Strongman, certainly not recently. I know they've had pushing trucks and things like that in the past, but normally it's pulling or carrying, the yokes and things. So to see an actual pushing event was interesting. This massive wheel, I'll put a picture up, was a great event. Thor looked pretty good, but run out of steam, and first place was taken by Matthias Kilikowski, with just looked really powerful. He's obviously very fit. He's always a favourite in the sort of moving events, and Thor, I think his size probably let him down. He's very big at the moment. Obviously he's got his eyes on the world deadlift, breaking that record out in Dubai, I believe. later in the year. He's still a few months away. But he's obviously carrying a lot of weight, so I think he lost out on fitness. He started very well and he sort of died. I'll put this event results up next, and a picture of the event for those of you who missed it. And interspersed with the main events, they've had one-off record breaker type events. I haven't caught all of these, but the one a bit past my bedtime last night, but I caught up this morning, was Tom Stoltman breaking the Atlas stone loading heaviest ever stone done. It's called the Manhood Stone, and this was 274 kilos, just over 600 pounds, and he picked it up like nothing. Looks like, you know, he can go even heavier, so I think he's talking about 300 kilos, which is just mind-boggling, but he clearly is the best at the stones. Check out those events as well. They're all available on YouTube now, Rogue Fitness's YouTube channel. You can watch all these separate videos, separate events, but tune in tonight for the second day and the final day, the last three events. First up is the elephant bar deadlift. I think that's for reps. Then you've got the timber carry, which is a big frame carry, and the seer dumbbell, which is another strategic event. You've got a number of dumbbells you can lift and you can pick. So the more reps achieved with the heavier dumbbell trumps the lighter ones. And you decide where to start, but you can't go backwards. So if you aim to lift the biggest one and you can't do it, that's you done. So you won't have banked any points. So there's going to be an element of getting a lighter one done first to bank some points, maybe some reps with that. You can go heavier and then you can come back to the one you've done, so you can get some more reps with that. So that's going to be a really interesting event. The big seer dumbbells is the big, like circus dumbbells, the big balls. So I think there's about 5 different dumbbells there's going to be. So that's going to be a really interesting event. So I'll post the results as well and how people stand after day one. It's very tight at the top. Matthias Kilashkovsky's just got half point over Thor. So that's going to be interesting how that finishes off. And there's, you know, good events for both coming up tomorrow, today. So I hope you enjoyed this content. Please subscribe to my channel for future Strongman content and drop us a thumbs up if you like this little review. Thanks for listening. I'm Baz at Garage Strongman. See you soon.